Washington Commanders. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first down throw, Watson. And complete to Drake London. Finding space at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Watson now to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
A pass there over the middle to start things out, and he's going to be taken down at about the 33. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Now Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run the counter with Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Hey, 43, 15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time.
And now Watson throws another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's caught. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, a 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions, that confident veneer that you have. It's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play, and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Watson rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
No gain on the screen there, and 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 50, it's Watson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
The 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's Javon Kinlaw busting through, and he sticks him behind the line.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
You gotta go right here. You gotta play big.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Javon Kinlaw, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Here's Cook again. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. DeAndre Swift. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders extend their lead yet again. Rohrwasser on for the